that most of my Christian life I've actually led more of a self-centered life with Christ. I put myself at the center. I did a lot of prayer. A lot of my prayer focused really around what God can do for me. I'm always asking for things, God bless me, God give me this job, God give me this wife, God give me, God give me, God give me, God give me. Just constantly praying for something. And I realized that, throughout that sometimes I got what I wanted, and sometimes I didn't get what I wanted at all. But then I started recognizing that really instead of me, having a life where I constantly took things to God and said, God, will you please bless them? That I actually should be thinking of more of a life where I look into God's hands and see what is already blessed in doing those things. Instead of me saying, God, please do my will, and it's really about me going and saying, God, what is your will? The Lord's Prayer says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So my perspective of a relationship with God has changed a little bit. It's really about Him being the center of my life, and that I am here to do His will. That He is the creator, I am the creation, and I am here to do the will of God. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't ask God for things. We can go to God in prayer and ask for things, especially, if we are living a life that is guided by Him, if we are in His will. For instance, in John 15:7, it says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish and it'll be done for you. Just think about that. If you abide in me, if you are completely committed, if you are rolling with God, and if my words abide in you. So if we're constantly submerged in Jesus and the Word of God, His Word is in us, we will ask whatever we wish and it'll be done for us. So if you think about it, if we are completely, kind of submitted to God, submerged in Jesus, if we're just completely concentrated in Jesus, more than likely we're going to be influenced by Him. Our heart is going to be changed. We're going to be a little different. And the things that we say, the things that we believe, the things we ask for are going to be heavily influenced, if not directly guided by God. So again, don't think that you're not able to ask God for things. Don't think this is just a completely mindless, robotic life that you have with Christ. But then also recognize that as you are reading His Word, as you're spending time with God, you're going to be heavily influenced. You're going to be changed by Him. And the requests that you have are going to be different. They're actually going to be God-centered. They're actually going to be shifting from being self-centered to God-centered. They're going to shift from you getting the glory to God getting the glory. That's really what I'm talking about, is spending time with God and spending time in His Word, so that we kind of make that shift where we're no longer fully interested in those selfish things that only benefit us. We are really concerned with the will of God, and we submit to God and submit to His will, and go from being self-centered individuals to being God-centered individuals, where we are satisfied with the will of God. Specifically when Jesus, prayed in the garden, He's like, Lord God, if there's any other way, please take this cup from me. Then He said, nevertheless, thy will be done. God, if there's another way that this can happen, please make there be another way. But there was no other way, and He was satisfied with the will of God. See, we should be satisfied with the will of God. Sometimes things don't go according to plan as we ask for them to happen, and therefore, if we are self-centered, we're going to be completely disappointed with God. And some people actually walk away from God because they're self-centered and things did not happen the way they wanted to happen. If you are God-centered, yes, you'll request for a specific thing to happen. But if it doesn't happen exactly the way you want it doesn't happen at all, being that you are God-centered, you will stay with God and say, even though it didn't happen the way I happened, I trust that your will is greater, that your purpose is greater, and that you have a plan for this.